No matter what many people will have you believe, the culture wars continue unabated. Joining me now to share some common sense in decoding the deception of the left in this space is former Liberal MP Bernie Finn. Great to have you on, Bernie. Thank you for joining me. Let's kick it off with the AFL.
Our pleasure, Cory. Good to see you, mate.
Comments about this in the past. Okay, the AFL has concluded the investigation of the racism allegations against some prominent football figures. There was no evidence of any wrongdoing, just a few disgruntled former players and officials. What irks me here, Bernie, is that so many sections of the media gave the then anonymous complainants benefit of the doubt while the accused were condemned with no evidence of guilt. This is just wrong.
It is totally wrong, and I think a large portion of the blame of this falls squarely on the shoulders of the ABC. Our friends at the ABC, you wouldn't expect anything else from them, and unfortunately, putting aside Richmond's wonderful win up in Sydney this afternoon, the AFL is a very woke organisation, and they've been telling us all for years that we can't be racist and we can't be this and we can't be that and we've got to be carbon neutral and all these sorts of things. But the first real test of whether they are racist or able to handle these sorts of issues, that they failed miserably. And I think that when we have a situation where senior coaches in the AFL are threatening legal action because they want their names cleared, and understandably so, we've got a real problem. And the AFL's got an even bigger problem. Gil McLachlan, he did a good job over COVID and got the game played when he probably might not have. But generally speaking, on this one, he's really stuffed it up. And it's very, very hard
and I reckon the media
to see any justice here.
Yeah, the media have stuffed it up too because they just went full guilt mode without giving them the benefit of innocence. All right, what about this? Queenslanders could be jailed for up to... We have indeed, unfortunately. Got to get onto this though. Queenslanders could be jailed for up to 3 years, Bernie, for sharing social media posts that violate proposed new hate crime laws. This bill prohibits the vilification of specific groups through any form of communications to the public, including via electronic means, which naturally includes social media. Bernie, we've been on the receiving end of this. Is it too much, or do you reckon it's a necessary step?
I think it's insanity. I think it is just total insanity. I mean, Australians have, since the year dot, we've always prided ourselves on being free thinking and free speaking. And, what this does is crush freedom of speech, which is what the left wants to do in this country, is destroy freedom of speech. Now, I have to say, when I first heard about this, it surprised me it wasn't coming from Victoria, because this sounds like Dan Andrews all over again. But the fact that it's coming from Queensland, I suppose, shouldn't come as a shock, because the Premier up there regards herself as a mini-me, I suppose, when it comes to Daniel Andrews. So it just appalls me. I just wonder what... so many people who've gone before, who have championed freedom in this country, would be thinking of what governments here in this country have put into place or are proposing to put into place over the next little while. Freedom is important. It's important, and we need to protect it at all costs. And these people are trying to destroy it.
I absolutely agree with you. It's Orwellian, and we are going backwards in this country at a rate of knots.